Grab your longships, Wargamers. Today we are sailing on the frozen seas of the North with a wonderful little Command Decisions Games solitaire war game that features those lovable rogues, the Vikings, called, appropriately enough, Vikings, Scourge of the North. It's part of their mini-game series, and this one was gifted to me last Christmas, and I'm finally getting around to sharing this delightful little game with you guys. I am not going to teach you how to play this game first and then walk through it. Instead, what I'm going to do is just set everything up and walk you through it as I play. Big things to be aware of are that you have gold as a resource. Edda is kind of like fame. There are, and then of course, it's a map of Europe, right? And we're going to sail around pillaging, forming settlements. There are two ways to play. One is just a simple one-off in which you randomly select a mission and see if you can meet the victory conditions. The other way is to play one at a time, and the effects of one card will linger into the next scenario that you play. I ain't got time for that. So what I'm gonna do is take the simplest of these missions, that is Eric Saga. And the way to beat this mission is for old Eric to set up two settlements, one of which has to be way out here in Greenland or Vinland. The other one can be anywhere. He also has to turn over one quest, and if we are successful, then you get to place a settlement within two spaces of a homeland. All right, that's fine. So these are the quests. I gotta uncover one of these. Here's the settlements. When you win a combat in a square space, you can either pillage it and get gold, or you can pay to create a settlement. So we gotta do two of those. Here's where and we don't know where the quests are. See, we've got a location up here, and we're gonna roll a simple 2d6, and on a 6, it's gonna be Frisia. Oh boy, I know which one that is now. Whoops. So we gotta put one in Frisia, Venland, Frankreich, and Kurland, and then we roll again, and we get a 5, so it's gonna be Normandy, Paris, and Valhalla, one of which is not gonna get one. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on a 3, Paris does not. And where's Valhalla? Oh, down here in the Mediterranean. Okay. So we got to turn over one of these quests. When we land in a square, we're going to have to fight. If we land in the square with a quest, we got to fight to beat the locals. Then we got to fight to uncover the quest. So how do we fight? Well, that's kind of getting into the turn sequence itself at this point. There's a couple of other things we need to do. So we have 7 turns. That's what these 7 voyage cards are. So we'll shuffle this up a little bit, kind of cut that deck, and then we're going to deal out our 7 voyages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We may get to add to that deck. We may earn another turn, and then as you can see, we get to start with 8 gold. But we got to buy some forces, and we got to figure out who our leader is. So I've got 4, and I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, and on a 5 or a 6, I'll just re-roll. All right, so on 4, this is our leader, and our leader is going to be good old Rurik. See the plus there? So Rurik has a special. He builds settlements at a cost of 1 gold. Which is nice. Okay, so we'll be able to. Normally it costs 2. Good to know. We start off with 8 gold, and it costs 3 gold for a longship, which has a combat value of 2, and as you can see, it can carry 2 units. Well, I need to carry Rurik around. I'm going to put this down in Denmark. That's our start. We got to carry Rurik, and then I'm going to go ahead and buy 1 more Huskarl. He's just kind of a generic boy. Well, wait a minute. Do I want a Varangian? Maybe I'll take a Varangian with me. Those guys are super tough. And I only get 1 of them. So Rurik is going to take his elite level gamer there. You only fit 2 guys in a boat, and so it costs 4, where is it? 4 for the Varangian, 2, what is it? 3 for the longboat. So 3 and 4, I got 1 gold left over. Love it. Now, that is what you do in a turn. We're already playing the game. How quick is that? These lovely little command decision games. Love them. The next thing we're gonna do, so we've done our trade segment. Then we recruited, and now we do our movement. To move, it's very simple. Now, in the advanced game, if you're doing the campaign and some of these bigger games, you may wind up with multiple longships going all over the place. But because we just have the one longship, I'm just going to go ahead and leave him here and move him around. And when you move, you roll a d6 and divide by 2. So that 3 means I can move 2 spaces, and we'll go ahead and duck into Kurland, sail across the North Sea, and we have to find out what's in that square. And to do that, you turn over a card. And it says, Niflheim, make an Edda check. Oh boy. Remember we talked about prestige? I gotta roll under 0. Oh look, I failed. So I lose 1 voyage card, and I'm just gonna flip that over. And now I've only got 5 left. Yikes. But I didn't have to fight anybody, but now I do. And so anytime you have combat, you have 1, 2, or 3. I only got 1 guy to fight. We'll put him over here, and then we got to figure out who has the initiative, who gets to make the first attack. So we roll a d6 for the locals. Now, because I have more elite units than him, that's what the little plus is, I get to add 1 to my roll. And he gets to attack first. So he's going to attack, and on a 1 or a 2, well, he fails. On a 1 or a 2, you roll under, he would have killed my Varangian. But now I get to roll for a 5 under, and I kill that local, put that back into my mix, shuffle them up a little bit. Oh, and then I also have my longboat can fight too. So I've now successfully completed my quest, and I discovered runes. Select any one of the quest markers, reveal it, and receive the bonus described, and place the runes marker above the Edda. If all of the quest markers have been revealed, gain 1 voyage, blah, 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 blah. So these actually will stay from game to game if you're playing the full campaign. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the one that's way down here in Valand. And I got Ginnunga Gap. And the bonus there is gain 1 Jarl at no cost in this space. And you can use this in the next game. Or gain 1 Edda and remove this for the rest of the game. Well, I'll go ahead and take the Edda because 1 Jarl down here ain't going to do... Well, is it going to do me much good? I guess it could. Might earn me some money. Yeah, let's do that. Let's gain a Jarl, and I'm going to pick this one. So Leaf appears down here, and I think rally to Jarl. This is a special move. Initiate a voyage. You may move any or all friendly forces within 1 space to the Jarl. Then pick a voyage card. I think during the pillage, the voyaging force can do... Man, you know what? This gets complicated. He may have to fight somebody and then burn that to the ground. I'm just going to go ahead and take the 1 Edda. Nice and simple, easy to understand. And now, we've done the quest phase. Now we can pillage the set, or we can lay down a settlement. Here's the deal. If I build a settlement, I'll be out of gold, which would be a problem. So what I'm going to do is pillage this space, and that's what these markers are for here. I pillage it, and when you pillage, what happens? Declare pillage, roll a die. For a fortress, receive that number of gold. For a town, half that much. So I get 2 gold. So my gold goes up to 3, and I am ready for the next turn. And we do trade. If you're in one of these towns, you get a gold. Receive 1 gold. Then we can recruit, but I'm not at home, so the next thing to do is to go ahead and voyage. And I'm going to move 3 spaces. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. So I wind up in Scotland. And I draw a card. Voyage. Holmgang. Oh, I got a challenge. Make an Edda check. If I roll a 1, I can add it to the draw. Look at that. I did it. I succeeded with a 1. Choose 1 card from the reserve deck and shuffle it into the draw deck. So I actually have an extra turn now to fulfill my obligations. And I didn't, the best news is I didn't have to fight anybody there. if there are any hostile units generated by the voyage card, which there's not. So I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, Scotland, nice island you got here. Be a shame if someone were to settle it. Of course, that costs me 1 gold, so we'll move that track marker down to there. And that's it for that turn. Moving on to the next turn, I'm going to voyage. Now, this is where things get risky. I'm going to try to sail over to Greenland to see if I can finish this off, and I only get to move 1 square. Because I'm at sea, I do not draw a voyage card. Instead, I have to see if I'm wrecked by a storm. Add the number of sea spaces it entered. Subtract 1 if I include a Jarl, which I do. Good old Rurik. If the result is 6 or greater, eliminate 1 unit of the player's choice. Hey, look at that. Wait, so what was it? It was roll 1 to add 1 because I moved 1 space. And then subtract 1. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So now I'm going to move. Oh, this actually is a little safer than I expected. Okay, roll 1 die. Okay, so we're going to move again, and I'm only going to move 1 space. And again, I'm safe from storms because I'm taking my time. I don't turn over a card because I'm still at sea. And then I move again. This time I move 2 spaces. 1, 2. I'm still at sea. I don't turn over a card. But now I'm going to roll a d6, and I'm going to add 1. If I had rolled a 6, a storm would have hit, and I would have been in big trouble. Now, on this next one, I should probably roll an oh, look. It doesn't matter, because I'm going to stop in Greenland. This is where I need to establish my settlement, but now I got to turn over a card. Shield Wall Keep. Keep this card. Play during combat to automatically gain battlefield advantage or break off combat. But you know what? I think I just won the game. Because I'm going to spend 1 more gold, and I'm going to lay down a settlement here in Greenland, and I've met my victory conditions. I've got 2 settlements, 1 in Greenland. I've uncovered 1 quest. I've actually uncovered 2 quests, because I'm cool like that. And I placed 1 settlement. Okay, yeah, so I'm done. I won. Hey, yay! Remember when I said this was tough? It's all about the die rolls, guys. If I had had to fight 3 guys, if I had drawn more hostile forces, Scotland should not be that big a pushover. Couple of things we didn't talk about. One is if when you start the game, you can choose to be a Christian Viking, or you can choose to be the lesser kind of Viking. I, of course, have a special affinity for my fellow travelers, so I chose Christian. And what happens is, if you're the old religion, then, let's see, if you're, then, how does this work? At the start of play, at the conclusion of the first battle, you can roll, or if you choose old, use the standard rules. You get berserkers. If you are Christian, you cannot recruit berserkers. I didn't even show you those because I wasn't using them. That's this 4-banger right here. And after the where is it? After your first battle that you had a Jarl participate in, you roll on a table, and you can gain an Edda. Here's a nice little table here, right? Gain an Edda, gain a voyage card, lose a gold, gain a gold. So that's just an extra little bit of flavor that didn't really factor in here, so I didn't worry about it. Now, if you are playing a quest, if you are playing the full campaign game, then you may not want to win so fast. Might want to take a few more days to go pillaging to build up your gold. Because if I were to continue playing this, I would turn over a new Leif Erikson. Dad jokes are the best. And actually, one of these is, which one is it that you saved for last? I can't remember. I think it's actually the one I pulled. That'd be the last one you'd do. So all right, we're gonna do Floamana. Now I only start with 1 gold. All my pillages, it's gonna be a few years, so my pillage markers go bye-bye. Let me make sure. Let me go down the checklist here real quick. In the campaign game, you remove the pillage. You can choose whether to keep the settlements or return some to the available pool. Probably want to keep them because some of these cards are lose a settlement. We like having settlements. Remove any quest markers still on the map, and you're going to reshuffle where those go. These are one-time onlys. Well, some of them say, yeah, you can keep using it. But the ones I use, because I put it in the Edda, it goes bye-bye. And then you get to keep your keep cards. So the good news is, the bad news is I'm out of gold. The good news is I get to win combat. Because I won, keep the gold, keep your Edda. The saga success action gives you a bonus. Oh, right, and because I won with Eric's saga, I can place one settlement within 2 spaces of a homeland. So I can say, oh, that doesn't contain a quest. So I'd have to do the quest, but I could say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and place a settlement, let's see, 2 spaces. I've already got one in Scotland. I could go Nevaladoga is now one of my settlements. So you get a bonus settlement. So that's nice. Problem is that, what do we do with our dudes? All Viking units get returned to the recruit pool, and you recruit them normally. Was I right? The Volsunga? Yeah, this is the Volsunga is the last one. So if I were now to do the Floamana, let's take a look here. Pillage 3 towns or fortresses and uncover 2 quests. Gain 1 die roll of guard at the... Oh, and if you win, you get the extra die roll. Problem I have now is all of my dudes go back, and I don't have enough gold. So if you are playing, and that's why I can't do the quest right now, if you're playing the full quest with all 4, you're going to want to slow down. You're going to want to burn up as much gold as possible before you finish. The one thing that's not clear to me is, yeah, I've met my victory conditions. Can I go ahead and play another turn where I say, all right, I'm going to sail to there, and I didn't wreck, and I'm going to sail to here, and because I'm here, I turn over my Vikings. You know, I've already got my settlements. I'm going to put this back the way I left it. Here you go. I got a Viking funeral. I get to keep this. Play at the end of any combat. All right, I guess I'll go ahead and pillage this. So Iceland is now pillaged, and I get, what did I say? Oh, 1 to 3. Hey, I get 1 more gold, so I'm up to 2. And then I'm going to sail 1, 2, 3. Oh, you stay there. 1, 2, 3. And, oh, and I just wrecked. So I just lost my bro, and it's just me now. So I would have to sail back here, grab somebody else, but bear in mind, I've only got 3 cards left, right? So if you look at how this is working, because I moved 3 spaces, this is an 8. And poor old Rurik, where'd you go, Rurik? Lost his Varangian Guard. And then he's going to sail 1 more space, and he's going to be fine. He's going to sail 1... Ooh, from here, where do we sail? 1, 2, 3. And then we're safe. And then we're going to try to go to Jotunheim, and we turn over another card. And here we finally have an invasion. Pick 1 Viking settlement at random. If there are no Viking units in the settlement, it is eliminated. So I have 1, 2 settlements. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll reroll. So Greenland, oh, I just lost because I pushed my luck and I didn't go too hard. Hey, I won the basic game, but it looks like I'm going to lose the quest because I got to sail all the way back. Anyway, that's how this game works. Delightful little game. I think it retails for like 10 to 15 bucks, somewhere in there. Command Decision, fun little card-driven game, little puzzle to work out. And if you have time and an evening free that you want to just spend an hour, I mean, as you can see, this is like a 30-minute video, and we did the whole thing, including learning how to play. So, you know, maybe in about an hour and a half, you could probably work through all 4 of those and explore different possibilities. Obviously, if you're doing this basic quest, you're going to kind of hang out in the North Sea. But some of these other ones, we'll take a look real quick. The Volsunga. You need to get 5 Edda. You need 5 settlements. You got to uncover 3 quests. So you're going to be all over the map on that one. And I think the other thing is, let's look at where's the, let's see, pillage 3 towns, and of course the Heimskringla. 3 settlements, including at least 1 on a trading center, 1 warrior kingdom, and 1 fortress. The fortresses have an extra defender. The trading centers, they do not, but at least you're making more gold. And then, where's the warrior kingdom? Right. What do we got here? Viking homeland. Let's see. For the fortress, hostiles get an extra unit. That's the red spaces. Paris, Holmgard, Kiev, Miklagard. Is that Constantinople? And then the warrior kingdom. Where's warrior kingdoms? Right, that is pick one additional hostile unit. So, Holmgrad and Miklagard actually get 2 extra units. You could be fighting 5 guys. You better pack some serious heat if you're going after and trying to sack Constantinople. You may need to sack some extra towns. And as you can see, the journey down there, you're either going to be sailing all the way down through the Med with lots of opportunities for sacking Meds, or you're going to have to drag your boats across land. And that's where these gray spaces come in. The good news is you do get to sail down, I think this is the Volga. So these spaces are actually like boat travel spaces. Great game. Give it a shot. Big ups. Thanks to my friend that sent me this to me for Christmas. And I'm glad I was able to show it on the channel because I know you're watching. Hey, everybody. I'm praying for you.